Walk and talk, holding the vibe. Look at things for a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Walk for the health, talk for a better understanding. See, I do a lot of thinking in this world. And this podcast is where I get to express myself. You know what I mean? So tap in, like, share, subscribe. What's going on, peoples? Another week, walk and talk, 2026. There's so much going on in 2026. Don't even know what to say. You know, I've been asking the question, is hip-hop a psyop? A psychological operation on young minds? Because it's letting these kids make bad decisions, choices, just from the influences in the lyrics, the music that you see was out now. You know, especially drill rap, that genre that seems to be on top of hip-hop. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit, you know. Those Julio killers, their trial has started, and now they're facing the death penalty. If not, life in prison. All from their choices, you know what I'm saying? And you have choices in this reality. It's up to you what you want to do. But you gotta be able to see the game for what it is. After all, remember or not, everybody has a purpose. Everybody has that gift. That gift is supposed to bring you the bag, give you your life experience, your journey that you're supposed to get on. You know what I'm saying? But with the psyop and the psychological operation, you never know how life can turn out. Because look how it is for them guys. Now they're in jail, going through the court case, hoping and praying. But everything is on camera. Hey, we in 2026. The eyes in the sky ever since 2001, 1999. And technology is just getting more up and up and up. Now they got license plate readers. They can track your plates from state to state. Hey, this is the reality. We in 2026, y'all. Stay on point, stay focused. At the end of the day, you can make something happen. You ain't gotta get caught up like these guys, you know what I mean? But yeah, tap in, like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you after the intro. CLP, Walk and Talk, 2026. Yo, I'm CLP, holding the vibe. You know, we deal with our beats and podcasts. Tap in at CLP, got beats. Howdy, CLP. Hey, I'm here inviting everybody to tap into the podcast channel at Conscious 356. I'm holding the vibe, all kind of topics pertaining to life. Hey, a little trending topics too, you know what I'm saying? But we're talking about it. So tap in at Conscious 356. CLP. What's up, everybody? How was all doing? Hope all is well. And if not, hope we get back on track sooner than later. So you can act to your thing. Nah, man. Dino style. Welcome Talk 2026. Out here holding vibes, having a reasoning. You know, I have a lot of questions in this reality. A big question is hip-hop a psyop? I have the playlist on the podcast channel at Conscious 356, so tap in. You know, covering early out in the conversation, is hip-hop a psyop? Check the playlist out. Because it's crazy. Think about the reality that we are in. You know? Role models set to show you the way. influences, but it seemed like the influences is not really the best thing. Well, it's up to you to really pay attention and see what's going on. When I was younger, I didn't really see it. I questioned the lyrics and music in general, but as I get older, now I'm in my 40s, where I'm fully grown in this reality, I can understand certain things and see certain directions and see certain tricks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we are in the Matrix. So, in this reality, really got to pay attention. Keep your eyes open. And the more information you know, it helps with the choices you make in life. Help with the choices in reality. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, it's all about your purpose and what you're here for. And if you're not chasing that, then what you're here for? Answer that question to yourself, or you can leave it in the comment, you know what I mean? But, yeah, just, this year started off with choices, and the choices that we have in reality, which is up to all of y'all. And I always say it depends on the life you want to live, right? Because I just say, I'm right now, I'm watching the Julio trial. That's what, like 2 years later, these four or five kids made a decision to go kill somebody and didn't expect to get caught in these times. I don't understand. I remember watching the arrest video of Chance in the rain with his girl, Alicia. The rain was pouring and I look in his face like, damn, how I got caught? Sean Gary sitting in court with that look in his face like, how I got caught? But it's nowadays. The eye is always watching. They have a camera everywhere. Now they got license plate readers. From traveling from state to state, they got you. Traveling in the state, riding around, they got you. Well, if you don't know, now y'all know what's going on in the reality. Life in the streets and doing bad things. What up, everybody? I'm CLP, holding the vibe. Like, share, subscribe. Drop a comment if you're vibing. But that's the reality. Hey, what's the saying? You do crime, best prepared to do the time. And now, more and more than ever, people getting caught. Criminality, it makes no sense. We all have purposes. We are all gifted with gifts and something we can pursue, strive, make our experience delightful. You know what I'm saying? Shine bright in this world. But it's also a matrix that plays in your mind, give you visions. Then you know that television is set to program you, give you ideas. Saw them rap videos. Right now, drill rap. When I first heard of it, I was like, what is that about? Until I get the understanding. And now, look at these kids in court. That's the reality of the situation. Facing the death penalty, if not life in prison, that's from the choices you make. Now looking at the outcome of things, just like them guys in Chicago that killed Duck. I saw the video of them running when they heard he was around. They were running to do the crime like they were getting paid for it or something. They were very excited to do the crime. And now they're all locked up. So, how come that generation is moving so reckless? Is the hip-hop style for real? The psychological operation? As you can see, because we ain't listen to drill rap. I'm saying it's not a movie. It's the lives of those artists that does that. You see the king of drill rap in jail. He's facing life in prison for paying for shooters to shoot. Is that the life? I'm just saying. Look what's going on with the NBA YoungBoy affiliate. You know I'm a casualist in the hip hop, so I'm in the YouTube streets and I'm seeing the news of what's going on. And this character, he got his karma right away. First of all, I heard that him and his goon, his pals, were robbing the other guy. And y'all know what happened. You know what I mean? Talking about hip hop defensive player of the year. Yeah, what happened? Gun came around, got that gun and popped them. You know? So, but I wanted to say this. I seen Ben 10's video talking about doing a place where they can shoot it out for the hitters. They're going to bang it out. You know, just a free spot. And I'm like, that is insane. But look what happened to that character. They say he's paralyzed. Can't move. People from the hospital are saying these things. Is that true? Because normally, when you say, nah, shit is wrong, you're going to see videos of those people debunking the lies. Now, I heard the character's asking for money for interview, but at the same time, it's been going so hard. JR was going so hard making his fun and clips and going in on them characters. I wouldn't sit still if they disappeared unless it's true. Anybody would have popped out on the video and showed themselves walking around. But all you hear is voices. People talking. I see YouTube shorts and getting facial, fake haircuts and all of that. But just the vibe can tell, nah, that's not it. But the rhetoric, he got paralyzed, and that's from the moves him and his men are making. How you gonna go and rob somebody, fumble the gun, and your own gun, you get shot with something? Oh, y'all gotta rethink your life and who's into that lifestyle. Really think about that life and, you know, how precious the situation is. After all, we all got a gift. Why ignore that? I understand finding yourself, finding a gift, not the easiest thing. A lot of distractions out here. Are you motivated enough? The game of life is not the easiest thing to navigate. You need guidance. You need truth, understanding, strength. But at the same time, if you don't know, find out what life's about, what you're capable of. And that's finding self. Yo, this life is very precious. This experience is one time. So make the best of it, y'all. You know? But man, watching that cases, seeing these guys' faces, you know they're thinking that they made the wrong choice. Because who's going to be happy with themselves locked up in a box for the rest of their lives? All from their choices. Hey. CLP. Hey. I'm here inviting everybody to tap into the podcast channel at Conscious 356. I'm holding the vibe. All kind of topics pertaining to life. Hey, a little trending topics too. You know what I'm saying? But we're talking about it. So tap in at Conscious 356 CLP. This is the reality of the game of life. Choices you make. Hey, so I'm gonna continue watching that court case and see what happens. And then, you know, the All-Star Junior situation, they say the feds picked him up. Well, we see what happens. The feds gonna charge him with a felon with a gun. But at the same time, they attacked him. And he didn't have a gun. At least as far as we know. But if he didn't have a gun, he should be good. But you just never know. So we watch that and see what's going on. Other things, you know what I mean, in this reality. But that's today's talk, though, y'all. That psyop running. Listen to the sound. CLP. What up, y'all? This is the Walk and Talk Holding the Vibe podcast. Tap in to Conscious 356, where we have a sit-down podcast and we just chill, hold the vibe, and talk about things. I'm CLP. See you over there.